Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Thursday, January 29th, and let's see how the market looks. But first, all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence, and there you go. There's your heat map. Microsoft down quite a bit. I don't know what's going on over there this morning. That one had been running up. I don't know what I'm typing in either, but there's Microsoft right there. And whoa, that's a big dip right there, and that was the earnings dip. Oh, yeah, that's right. It did take a huge dip off the earnings. That's what happened there. So let's go through, see what's going on. Our SPY right here is up a little bit, not looking too bad. I thought it was going to pull back a little bit. And like I said, it's just kind of teetering right there. We'll have to see how it opens up. It doesn't look perfect. It could pull back today, and the Qs are up a little bit. They're just a little bit flat, but they are green right there. And another one just doesn't look perfect to keep going up today. It could do anything as it opens up. It just doesn't give you a look right now. And IWM is up a little bit, and that one's again just teetering. So we're gonna have to see how the market actually opens right here, to be honest with you. So let's see what's going on over here. SER right there. That's been a monster. That's Serena Therapeutics. That thing's running up there. It was running yesterday. ZSTK. That one, Zero Stack Corp, was cruising along as well. VTIX. That's a new one running right there. And VENU. That one took a nice dip. It's running back up this morning. TRX is TRX Gold, and that one, look at that bad boy running right there. Gold getting crazy. Duo right there is that FANG network. And what else is going on? That looks like the ones that are really popping up right there this morning. That one had a good spike and then it came back down, that QTI right there. But let's go ahead and see what the market looks like, and we'll go through and see what's going to be good, looking good. Look at gold, guys. Oh my goodness, what a monster right there. And silver right there, still way up and looking really good. So you can keep an eye on them bad boys. So let's go through. We'll see what is happening with crypto. 87K for Bitcoin. Let me see what it looks like right here this morning. I didn't look at it yet. Just a little bit more pullback. Nothing real crazy, but it better level out here, guys. If it goes down another level, it's going to be in trouble. So I will be keeping an eye on that. We'll see. It appears like it's trying to set up. It's just taking forever. Crypto usually moves way faster. I don't think the money is being funneled in the crypto like it used to be honest with you. I mean, look at gold and silver. I think a lot of people have their money wrapped in gold and silver right now, and they are just absolutely bonkers. So it's crazy, and it's a different little scenario than you thought you would see. You'd think that you'd see crypto ripping and people, putting their assets into that and trading it, but it seems like more people are trading gold, silver, and these things. That's where the money is, that's for sure. Let's look at the Mag 7 real quick. That's advanced right there. That's not looking too bad, and they probably sold a lot of car parts when all this everyone's stuff breaking. A lot of batteries, I bet, in the last couple weeks on the East Coast. Apple right here. Let's see. Apple has its earnings today, everybody. So Apple looks good going into its earnings as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one right there. And Amazon right here down a little bit, pulling back some. Google is looking good. It's up this morning. It's getting set up, looking nice. Meta went nutty yesterday after its earnings. It went crazy. And Microsoft right here took that big old dip. And NVIDIA, that one was looking pretty decent yesterday. It's just kind of sitting right there. Tesla had its earnings yesterday as well, and it's up a little bit this morning. That looks like it's trying to crawl up and get moving again. So Tesla not looking bad right there. GameStop up a penny, nothing crazy. GameStop is flat right there. And that one doesn't look too bad. Maybe it runs up. I don't know. I don't know if I'm playing with GameStop. I'll keep an eye on it. We liked it before when it was getting set up. It ran up, obviously. We'd have to keep an eye on it to see exactly if it wants to pull back a little bit, cadence, or if it's going to pop up a little bit before it has a nice dip. So I'll keep an eye on that. And that's GameStop. Chewy right here. That one could have a nice bounce. Keep an eye on it right off that trend line right there. The same thing with Unity. You could be seeing a bounce coming up. And Netflix right here, it's still dipping down. We were talking about it last night, and they just don't look great. Disney Netflix right here, and Disney also is pulling back yesterday, and it's sitting on that trend line right there. So it's it's holding itself up. But Warner Brothers right here just kind of hanging out. I guess they have to wait for this merger or this acquisition to go through and see what happens there. So that's what's going on. Let's look at some semiconductors and see what they're up to. That AVGO looks like it's setting up pretty nice right there. And MU, that's just been a beast. So watch for any dip opportunities on that one. It's been a monster lately. TSM pulling back a little to the trend line. Not too bad. SMCI was pulling back a tad today. And I'm telling you, that one's going to get set up. It's been way down right there, AMD. And that one looks like it's trying to get set up. It's trying to make a base right there. So it can curl up, and QCOM right here up a little after that big dip. And that's starting to curl. Snow, look at that big dip down. Snow is going up now. Snow is coming down, guys. And hopefully we don't get too much snow on Sunday. As a matter of fact, we might get clipped by this other storm. We'll figure it out today. I think we'll have a better idea, obviously, being a few days out. Today, where that storm is lining up at. But PayPal, do you think that's the bottom? I don't know. It just keeps dipping every time you think it's the bottom for PayPal. I'd have to say, make sure we catch it on the way up. Let's put it that way. And Intel right here pulling back a little. It was running up some yesterday, but it is pulling back. This is getting set up, guys. Dell, watch for any dip opportunities here. I think Dell's going to get ripping right there, so keep an eye on that. And IBM, that one had earnings and went wild yesterday, up almost 10% right there. Look at that, IBM. And that one was looking good going in. Palantir got smashed yesterday, and it probably will try to rebound off this trend line a little bit and stay in here. It was trying to set up, so that's probably a good dip opportunity on Palantir right there, I would believe. And Sophie right here, same situation. Them charts, look at that. That chart and that chart look very similar. Isn't that weird? There you go. So yeah, they're not even anything related, or I just do them next to each other. But Palantir and Sophie, the charts look exactly almost identical right there. Mara right here just pulling back. And again, we looked at crypto, and it's just kind of hanging out, to be honest with you. So that's what Mara's doing. And Riot's down a little bit. CleanSpark could run. It's not this morning. It's pulling back a little bit. And MicroStrategy is going to be down a little bit more at the moment. So there you go. And let's see what Robinhood's doing. This one's been dipping down there. It could still dip a little more. And Coinbase down right there. And that's pulling back. And of course, Bull is just flat right there. But that's been pulling back with the rest of them guys. And Space right here is definitely trying to get set up right there. It's not looking too bad. Boeing, that could have another bounce back up to the top. It has that good support line right there, and the 20 meeting up with it. So you could get a nice little bounce up off of there if you like Boeing. And DJT. Look at that setup right there, though. I mean, that's kind of bizarre. We'll have to keep an eye on DJT. That might be one to keep an eye on today. And Nike right here dipping down. It's been pulling back a little bit. And let's look at McDonald's real quick. And that's not looking too bad right there. Actually, it could get curled up there. You can see that 20 going to meet up with the 50. It's looking pretty healthy to curl up on the MACD everywhere else. McDonald's looking pretty decent on the stock chart anyway. And Disney, look, is just sitting right there. Luis Rodriguez hanging out on that trend line. So we'll see if it can hold itself up. They have earnings coming up next week. So we'll be watching for Disney to see how it wants to react off of them earnings. And Oxy right here up a little bit. Oil and gas not looking so bad. Exxon Mobil up some more. And these things have just been running, guys. And look, CVX, that's up even more there today as well. So these things are getting into the top right now, and they're continuing to run. CVX, they actually have earnings. That's Chevron. They have earnings tomorrow on a Friday right there. So that's interesting. And let's see, what's this say? U.S. stock futures rise as traders weigh mixed big tech earnings and record-breaking precious metals rally. And some of their precious metals are pulled back there. That's USA. I don't know what that is, but I was trying to get here, and that's pulling back. But you know what? These could be good dip opportunities. Look at it hitting the 20 right there, and they could easily bounce right back up. So watch for that. Oklo down a little bit this morning. Surprise. I thought that was going to continue to run. And, you know, the uranium ones were looking pretty good last night, and they're just kind of pulled back a little bit. But I'd be keeping an eye on these guys as well today, because they could get cruising. EU. Here's a couple of them. Here's Denson Mines right here. DNN, that's up a hair. And UEC, of course, that Michael Anthony one. So they've been looking pretty good right there. The uranium one. So we were looking at them last night. What else do we have going on over here? I would say AMPX looking pretty good, guys. And we were talking about that. Bought some options on that yesterday, as a matter of fact, in the Discord at the end of the day. Look at that bad boy. That's looking pretty healthy this morning, up over 4.5%. Them options will be up now. So that'll be a good one to wake up to or open up the account to there, Luis Rodriguez. And MU is due for a healthy pullback. And that's what I'm saying. Watch for dips. Every time it pulls back, it rips right back up. I mean, it's way in the top. So just be careful of it actually pulling back. But any kind of dip as it pulls back, watch for it to bottom out and it will bounce right back up. We've been playing it in the Discord. It's been pretty wild lately, as a matter of fact. And of course, gold has been absolutely bonkers right there. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as well today. And your gush right here was looking good, and it's up 3% right there. Look at it. And that oil and gas one, that's looking pretty good right there. And Boyle, not looking bad either for your natural gas. And it is a cold winter this year. And LEU, I thought this was going to continue its way up there. Luis Rodriguez wasn't looking too bad. SMR right here down a little bit. And that DXYZ looked good to continue its way up. So you can keep an eye on them and see what they want to do. What the heck did I write here? JRE. I don't even know what I wrote. Oh, that's iron. What am I? Iron right here. That's even pulling back. So some of these look like they wanted to continue going up here, but STX, that computer hardware one, that's continuing its way up there. Luis Rodriguez. So there you go. And what about, we looked at Dell already. It was down a little bit. I meant to put Circle in right here. And Circle's down a little bit as well. Adobe right here is pulling back. So watch for these dip opportunities. Rich Tech Robotics. And the rest of these, let's look at our penny ones right here. That MOBX setting up to be in a good spot. Mimi is in a pretty good spot, looking pretty good. And Zio wasn't looking too bad yesterday. And FMSC looked like it was still trying to get set up as well. So there you go. QBTS, our quantum D-Wave quantum right there. And that's just getting set up. So let's see how these things open up. Like I said, I think the market could pull back right here. This morning, Microsoft down. I mean, Google, the rest of the Mag 7 looking pretty good. Your SPY is up a little bit, but it doesn't look perfect right there. I mean, it could definitely get curled up. It's just got that little flat look right there. Q's had that look this morning also. And let's see. Yeah, they just have a little bit of a flat look. I'll have to look at them around 9 o'clock. They're not showing me a whole lot right now. And let's just see what the news says. There's nothing crazy going on because we had the Fed yesterday. So let's see. Mixed mega caps and Iran tensions. I think that's what's about to go down, guys. I think the Iran, we should keep an eye on the LMT and them guys, and we'll look at them. Gold soaring so fast, it's top Goldman's target set only last week. Now a JP Morgan analyst plots path to 8,500, and Meta surges after earnings. Beat as it plans $135 billion AI spending spree. Wow. Yeah, that'll make it rock and roll. And that's the one thing Meta was missing. We say that all the time. And now they're finally going to catch up with everybody. So that did make it rock and roll right there. Stock futures tick higher as investors weigh tech giants earnings. Gold, silver hit records right there. S&P futures gain. And yeah, it is cruising along. And like I said, I think more people are trading gold and silver than Bitcoin and crypto at the moment. So that, I think, is why that's down. Not really get flying right now. There's just so many other opportunities that people are taking advantage of. Doge Mama 9, it's pretty bizarre and crazy, but that's what we're seeing. Healthcare triangle, that's cruising along. That's running up there this morning a little bit. Let me take a better look at it. And it did pop up real early there from yesterday. It was looking pretty good going into the end of the day, that's for sure. We'd have to keep an eye on it. It hit that 20 right there, and it is trying to curl out. Will it run more today? That's the question. I don't know. I think actually it could pull back a little bit and then run up. I'll have to look. Another one I'd have to look at as we open up Doge Mom and I. But let me write it down for my list today right here. HCTI. Keep an eye on that one right there, the good old healthcare triangle, because it could pull back and run up. It's just hitting that 20 right there, and you can see it getting kind of rejected at the moment. It could move though. I'm not going to say it can't. So I'll definitely look at that one right there. And Meta's sustaining its overnight gains. Yeah, Meta's a monster this morning right there. Look at that bad boy. And that looks like it's going to continue to run up there and to the top. It looks like you could still play that this morning, to be honest with you. So keep an eye on that one. Let's see what else is going on. On the call, Zuckerberg said Reality Labs 2026 losses should mirror last year and likely mark the peak as investment shifts AI glasses and wearables, with losses easing thereafter. So yeah, they were doing all that futuristic stuff that didn't even pan out. I forget what the heck it was, to be honest with you. But anyway, now they're going to get into AI finally. They pivoted the wrong way, I think. What was that stuff where you were going to have like virtual reality? I guess that's what they were like kind of going into, I think. And I don't know if we're there yet, to be honest. I don't think if people are ready to live on their computers and do everything like they had thought they were. So anyway, Sam, I mean, we're on our computers nonstop, but I don't think we need to actually physically live in there and have our pets as our computer pets. I mean, I think we can continue with normal lives and use the computers like we do. So I think they might have been a little off, maybe a little too early on that. And maybe that'll be a generational thing for the next after the baby boomers and all us older folks that are getting older die off. Maybe the younger generation will want to literally live in the computer. I could see it, but I don't think we're ready yet. And anyway, that's what Facebook had been doing there. And now they're pivoting to AI. So that's why it's blasting off there this morning. What else do we have going on? Not a whole lot right here, to be completely honest with you. But AMPX is running. We talked about that one in the Discord, picked up options. So they'll be up this morning. So that'll be good. And GLD, another one we've been talking about. And it just keeps going. Holy cow. It was a 507. It's a 508 right now. This thing's a monster, guys. Holy cow. It is definitely getting up there, though. I mean, it's going to have to peak right around here, guys. I thought it was peaking before. Be careful, but again, we keep popping these things up overnight, and these things are gapping up like $15. It's insane, Sam. You ever see anything like this before? I mean, it's absolutely bonkers. Did you play AMPX, Sam, with us? Because that's up 4.5% this morning. Looking almost 5% right there. That's going to be a beauty. And yeah, we picked up a bunch on them yesterday right at the close. So that is going to work out pretty well today. So we'll be all over that and everything else in the Discord. That's what the market looks like. Microsoft down, the video flat right there. And Google, Tesla, Apple, and Meta ripping Ripple. Meta's ripping right now. That's for sure. Apple's kind of just hanging out, but Meta's really going wild, and gold has just been absolutely bonkers. So that's what we have for you. What was this one? This one looked like it wanted to bounce back up. EOSE. It was bouncing back up yesterday, and it could continue right there. So you can keep an eye on that one. And let's look real quick. I just wanted to see some of the aerospace and defense ones. Lockheed Martin, Huntington Ingalls right here. They have a weird look right there. NOC keeps wanting to stay. I mean, they're in the top. They have a really strange look. Like if something's going to happen, it's probably going to happen relatively soon. I would think by these, because they look like they would come down pretty soon. So we'll be keeping an eye on that and all the Iran tensions as well. There could be something going down. I know this one's an Israeli. What is it? GAUZ. Yeah, Israel, their electronic components. What I'm trying to remember the ones that were the Israeli aerospace and defense ones. Let me see. Here's one right here. ESLT, that was one. Here, we used to look at them. I can't think of them off the top of my head here. That one is MOB now. That's mobility. We know that. And this one, PRZO, that was one. Mobility is a fair, I think, a newer one. And here's another one right here, TAT. We used to look at that one as well. So let's check them out. There used to be 5, I think, and I don't think mobility was one of them. So I don't even know what's going on, but we used to look at these a lot. Look at these things in the top. So something was going on here, and mobility hasn't been looking bad. I know Ben's talked to them. And PRZO, Para Zero right there is another Israeli one. That one looks like it could be trying to pull back a hair right there. Just seeing if anything alerts me. And TAT looks like it could be pulling down. So nothing real crazy right there, I have to say. I don't know if they're doing something. They're going to fake out everybody. Let's put it that way. And here it's a 54% chance for a shutdown Saturday. So it did pull back pretty good. We'll see if it tries to stair step its way down. I mean, you only have 2 more days, but we know they could figure this thing out right at midnight on Friday night or whatever the heck it's going to be. Yeah, Friday, I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be one more day, really, huh? Because tomorrow at midnight, 12:01. Well, not tomorrow. You know what I mean. Friday at midnight, 12:01. Then it would be Saturday, and that's when the shutdown would come into effect. So, and the Tiger King interview was great last night, Luis Rodriguez. I just have to get it transferred over to the computer, and I got to do it like a long way for whatever reason. It records in the notes when you do the recording, and usually you can just like hit the 3 buttons and it'll like send it over to Dropbox. It's not even giving me the option to do it. I sat there for an hour last night trying to figure it out, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to like screen record this entire thing. So I did that, but then I have to sit there and keep the screen open the entire time. So for 32 minutes, I have to listen to it again and literally just sit there and keep my screen open and screen record it so I can transfer it over. So it was kind of a giving me a hassle last night, and I was exhausted, and I was playing with it for like an hour and a half, and I couldn't get it to work because, like I said, I tried everything, and it just wouldn't transfer over like it normally does. And I looked, and other people have been having that issue too. I'm not sure what's going on. So anyway, I'll get that up there and get that all situated today so that you guys can hear the interview. It was a really good one. And then I'm going to cut it up and put some small clips out, some short clips out, and all that good stuff. But yeah, let's see if we have a shutdown there Saturday in our prediction. Look at that. Seattle looks like they're going to smoke them in the Super Bowl is what it looks like, as according to Poly Market anyway. So that's what that looks like. That's what our market looks like this morning, everybody. And I would say that's a pretty fun pre-market review. So yeah, Tiger King interview, good. I'm going to try to get that all situated today, like I said, and get that posted. And that way you guys can listen to that. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And I hope you guys enjoy your day. Sam and Luis Rodriguez, Laptop Travel, Cadence, Doge Mom, and 9 Robbins driving to work, Joseph Levy, and everybody else hanging out here. Of course, we're always thinking of Agent Jolie. Hopefully everything's okay with her. And yeah, we hope to hear back from her. And so there you go, everybody. That's what we have for a Thursday morning right here. And again, keep an eye on gold and AMPX right there, ripping along 4.5%. We got this one yesterday at the end of the day in the Discord. Sam knows it pays to be. Sam, what are you up this year? Post that. Do me a favor, Sam. Post that on X for me and tag me what you're up this year from the Discord. It's like it's absolutely astonishing, guys, what Sam's done in the since he's joined the Discord. It's kind of mind-boggling. It's like a Joseph Levy story. We should do a Sam story as well. He's Sammy the Bull right there for a reason, because I'm telling you, he destroys it like every single day. He seems to pick the right ones and trades them. He said like 315%, guys. 315%. Look at that. That's insane. I mean, he said it's been fun. I know it's always fun, So just to give you an idea, guys, we spend a lot of time in there. And rightfully so. Sam knows we put out a lot of great information, great picks, and I thought the discords were going to be the future. As you can see, they certainly are. You get in a good discord community like we have, Sam, and it is just amazing. I mean, it's just incredible. Some of the guys in there, you got like Joseph, we got two Joseph Levy's. Joseph, he's an incredible options trader. Is he? There's so many people. Ross, you, Sam. There's so many great people in there, and they just have like great ideas. Progressive G, all the time, just seeing the market, and it's like we just work together as a fun team. We have a good time in there. We do a lot of live trading. Ben and myself, and then Rhett's always on there, and yeah, it's just run real well. Brett always has everything under control, so he takes care of everything. So yeah, you have a very solid community and a great place, and I think that it's a safe place. Let's put it that way. Again, nobody's ever going to be 100% right. So if anyone tells you that they will be, just make sure you laugh at them, because you know how well we read charts and we still get them wrong sometimes. But as accurate as you can be, I'll tell you what, we do it in that Discord on a regular basis. And if you have the time in the morning to check out the live trading in the morning, it's bonkers, guys. What we do between like 9:30 and 10:30, and that hour is just crazy. You could just trade that morning and come back in the I'm telling you, I kind of do this a lot. This has always been my style, to be honest with you. Was pick the poppers that are going to pop overnight, AMPX right there, and then get rid of them during the morning if you want, sell them off, keep a couple for the end of the day. If you think it's just going to go up and to the right, keep it, keep a couple, but get rid of some, lock in some profits, and then evaluate the market for what the next setup is, just like AMPX. And then you get into that and you consistently do that. And yeah, it's just been pretty wild, I have to say. So but Sam did say he had a pretty rough past 2 days, but Ben taught you allocations, everything, so it doesn't crush your game. Exactly. I'll tell you what, that's one thing I really learned from Ben, to be honest with you. And we have a great trading thing going. I'm telling you, we have a lot of insight in there. But Ben is a fundamental guy. He thinks of these things. I just look at charts, guys, but I've actually, you guys can tell I've been trading way better. I mean, I've been locking them in and crushing it. You guys can see after Sam taught me how to actually show the percentages on the Webull, because I forgot how to do it. I was trying to figure it out myself for like 2 weeks. I couldn't do it. And all I had to do was ask Sam. He told me in 3 seconds. And ever since you told me, Sam, look at what I post every single day. So I crushed the option calls on a regular basis. I just didn't really know how to post them. I forgot how to do it. And we're just killing it in there. So yeah, we can pick the penny stocks, whatever you guys want to pick. We're just going after it. But whatever the good opportunities are, we're trying to lock them in here. And again, that's the main thing. You get into a good opportunity and it goes up, you got to lock in those profits. And Ben does. He teaches you preserve your capital. If the trade's not going well, get the hell out of it right away, because and then if it starts going up again, you can even buy it up higher. It's not the end of the world. I've learned that too now. And so yeah, a lot of great learning. I think we all do a lot of learning in there. Ben himself and everybody, just we do great. And obviously we improve all the time. So it is great. Not forcing trades and waiting for entries has been your biggest successes. I agree right there. Watching for these levels, knowing where you want to get in them, and being patient. We've talked about it forever, but now we're actually applying it into the Discord all the time, every day, every single day we're doing it. So if you're not familiar with what's going on in there and you want to know, just give me a shout, hit me up on DM. I'll walk you right through it all. And it is wild. I'm telling you, it's been definitely, it's going to be a life-changing year for a lot of people, I think. And so yeah, it's the end of January, guys. You still have a lot of months left, and we're going to be killing it in there all year. So there you go, Sam. Thanks for your info. But yeah, I mean, 315%. He's over 300% profits for since he's joined. It's bonkers, guys. I know, because I've seen what he's doing, and it's just amazing. So again, he's another Joseph Levy story. Sam knew what he was doing before. Joseph Levy just started, had no clue, and just went nuts. And hopefully Joseph Levy's doing well. He's actually having his medical procedure. So thinking about him, hopefully he's nice and healthy and everything. So yeah, just great stories right there, guys, and it can happen for everybody, trust me. So that's the point. So again, don't be shy, reach out and find out what we're doing in there, and if it can fit your schedule or what you can do, we try to make it so that it has an opportunity for every single person that has a trading style, let's put it that way. So there you go, everybody, just a little insight. But yeah, look at that thing, over 5%. That's the options we were telling you to get yesterday. And gold, I kept saying, Sam, you know what I was saying about gold at the end of the day, and look, it's at 509 now. The thing just keeps going up. It's absolutely insane. So there you go, everybody. Sam, Doge Mom, and Nine, and the rest of the crew, like Luis Rodriguez, Cadence, and of course, Laptop Travel. You guys enjoy your day. Be sure to lock in those profits and trade smart. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day, everybody.